everyone, welcome to our first YouTube video. Today is going to be quite short, just to introduce the novel to you. So all of you should have read chapters 1, 2, and 3 of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So right away I find in the novel we get a feeling of like darkness and a feeling of mystery. This is a very usual feeling for London, England at this time period. In the city in London, England at this time, the city was very dirty and very dark. There was a lot of poor people and there was a lot of like murders and killings that happened in the street at this time. So London, England was not a safe city during the time of this novel. So right away when we begin reading, we feel like there is like darkness and mystery. And we are introduced to two characters, Mr. Utterson and Richard Enfield, and they are walking together and they notice this dark, strange house. And then Mr. Enfield tells Mr. Utterson a story about this house, a strange situation that he saw in the past, where he finds out that there is a man named Mr. Hyde that is bad and evil. Something we notice about Mr. Hyde in the first 3 chapters is that it is difficult to describe him. Many people see him and nobody likes him. Like, people feel immediately that he is bad, that he is evil, that he is violent, and that he is short. Some people say he is short, but other than that, they're like, we have a hard time describing his face. He just gives us a bad feeling. Okay, so we are introduced to Mr. Utterson, who is an important part of this book, because he is, Doctor. He is Dr. Jekyll's lawyer. And we learn also Dr. Jekyll's friend. In chapter 3, Mr. Utterson goes to Dr. Jekyll's house for a dinner party. So he is not only Dr. Jekyll's lawyer, he is also Dr. Jekyll's friend, and they have a personal relationship. Now, there is talk in chapters 1, 2, and 3 about a will. This is a confusing word because will is generally a modal verb in English, like I will go see my friend today, to talk about the future. But this is a noun, a will. And a will is a piece of paper that you write before you die that tells your lawyer who gets your money, your house, and your possessions after you die. So when you die, the lawyer will read your will and say, okay, all your money goes to your husband and all of your house goes to your sister. So a will is like what possessions you have, where do they go after you die? So we learn quite quickly that Mr. Utterson has Dr. Jekyll's will because he is Dr. Jekyll's lawyer. And because of that, Mr. Utterson sees that in Dr. Jekyll's will, Mr. Hyde is supposed to get everything of Dr. Jekyll's money. They mention how much money in the novel. I think they say £250,000, which is at this time like a lot of money. So this mysterious, evil, violent man is supposed to get Dr. Jekyll's money if Dr. Jekyll dies. So that is an interesting relationship. And Mr. Utterson is concerned. He is curious and also concerned that his friend has this relationship with this evil person, and that this evil person will get all Dr. Jekyll's money when he dies. So Mr. Utterson, the lawyer, is beginning to do a little bit of research about Mr. Hyde. And at the end of chapter 3, actually goes and finds out about Mr. Hyde's home and whether or not Mr. Hyde had committed a murder in the street. So we have all of these characters. We have some smaller characters. Richard Enfield is Mr. Utterson's best friend. Dr. Lanson is Dr. Jekyll's best friend. So we seem to have a group of men who know each other through each other. And together they are all trying to figure out, who is this Mr. Hyde? Who is he? So that is the summary of chapters 1, 2, and 3. For your homework for next Tuesday, you need to read chapters 4 and 5 of the novel. And you also need to do the novel lab. And a link to that will be in the announcements section. And when you do that, you need to put it inside the submission folder that is also called Novel Lab 1. So this is just to help you answer some questions about the author. And you can use the PowerPoint I used on Tuesday to help you answer those questions. And also some questions about the novel, chapters 1, 2, and 3. This mark will go towards your class mark for this class. Also, you will find in the announcements, I gave you a template for doing character descriptions. Now, I want you to continue to add to your character descriptions as you read the novel. It is not homework now, but I will ask to see all your character descriptions by week 3 when we are finished the novel. Okay, so don't stress about it now, but just begin to add character information into the template, and you can add more characters to the template when you meet more characters. Okay, have a lovely long weekend, and I will see you in our virtual classroom session at 10:30 next Tuesday, May 19th. All right, see you soon. Bye.